Good evening, everybody. Today we're going to work on opening you up and getting you used to what's coming. So for all of you ADHDs, for all of you with restless minds and insomnia, there's a video coming for you, and it is coming. But I need to introduce you to the things to things first. So first off, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to get into your lunge. Now your lunge is quite difficult for some people because you've got to find your center and you're not always used to your center. So I'm going to be using a prop to show you how to get into it. But this will come in a minute. So we're going to do a normal lunge first. We won't start up in the air. So you want to start in your tabletop position. Your wrists are flat on the floor, your palms are flat on the floor, your arms are directly under your shoulders. Now here, what we're going to do, take your left leg, take any leg, and extend it back. Now just hold yourself here for a minute. Feel the wobbles, feel yourself leaning one way to compromise. You want to be right in the center, and I know this is where you're wobbling, but this is where we'll start. I'm going to lift it up, point your toes, bend the knee, and bring it between your hands. Now, if your knee is like this, and you're not aligned, you need your knee to be in alignment. So if you need to bring your foot forward, that's absolutely fine. Now from here, so you've got your knee, it's directly on top of your ankle. And then you're already going to feel a stretch from here. You're already going to feel it pulling from your bottom. And that's where you want it to be pulling from. It's the right place. Your hips are straight. They're not leaning one way or the other. They're straight. And then we're going to come up. That's what you do. Find your center of gravity. And come up. You want to make sure that your back foot is flat on the floor and your knee is not too far back or too far forward. It's just right for your shape so that you can be upright like this. And just practice this. Practice this for a minute. Feel the stretch. Feel that you keep turning and you need to come straight again. Now, if you struggle with your center and you haven't quite got your core yet, that's absolutely fine. That's what this is for. Now if you don't have this, a chair, anything that's going to be able to hold you this side is absolutely fine. So you have your knee in alignment with your ankle, your hips are straight, your spine is tall, your head is tall, and just stay here. Get used to this. Get used to holding yourself. And what I want you, once you've got your alignment together, you can always make adjustments, always. I want you to practice bringing your hand off the chair and just balancing. Even I get a bit shaky. So if you need to stay holding onto the chair, that's absolutely fine. You're going to feel a deep benefit from the stretch regardless. Don't let yourself sink in. Always stay up nice and tall, your chest is to the sky. But when you're ready and you can let go of that, let go of the chair, you can bring your arms up and lean back. Get a little bit of a stretch up in your back. Really feel it in your hips. And come back down gently. Now we're going to go to the other side. So just bring your leg back. And this is going to block the camera view, but you will see what I mean from the other side. So take your other leg, stretch it away from you. Find your center. It's okay if you wobble. We all wobble. Nobody's ramrod straight. Nobody's that strong. Everybody shakes a little. Lift it up and bring it between your hands. Remember, you can move your foot forward and make sure your knee is right underneath you, so that it's a little bit further away, but it's not really far, and it's not really far forward. You want it to be just perfect. And do come up. And you'll feel it with which side has more tension, which side has more restriction. Your knee is in alignment with your ankle, and your hips are forward. You're not pulled one way or the other. You're forward. And you'll know that you're not forward because you're not feeling the stretch. And if you need to, hold on to your chair, so you can help you find your center of gravity. I always like to readjust. I don't stay necessarily very still. Just find it. Keep bringing this hip forward and the other one back, so that you're staying straight. This will challenge all of your fast twitch muscles. You'll feel it very deeply. You'll feel it very deeply from your hip, which is why you want your knee to be in perfect alignment. I always let this leg wobble. I need to keep it straighter, keep it stronger, and let yourself lean into things a little bit. Find it opening up. If you feel any strain on your knee, you want to stop because you don't want to add any pain. You can always add a pillow underneath your knee, but if you have activated your core, you won't be pressing into this knee. You'll actually be shifting the balance to every side of your body. And if you want to take it a little further, hold into it. Get your arch, get your stretch. You deserve it. That's it. Now I'm just going to bring this back over. There we go. You want to come down gently. Come back. And then have a sit in a child's pose. That was hard. That was hard. Reward yourself. Child's pose is always too much my favourite. I could just stay in there for ages. So that's how you start off in your lunge. And I hope that was instructional for you, and that it gets you to where you need to go. That is the next step, you see, to coming off of the mat. Your downward dog, you'll reach up there. If you're already ready, you'll go up there. But your lunge is your way to get from off the mat up to those places and have that stability in your body. Last one. Well done. That was step one, getting into your lunge, finding your center of balance within your core. Step two is actually to stretch out a little bit more. So again, you can use your chair if you need to get there to get there. It always helps. You don't want to force yourself past your capabilities. You can move past your capabilities, but you can't expect more of yourself than what is now. You're exactly where you need to be. So coming back into the lunge. I'm going to start on the other side this time. So you want to bring your leg out, up and through. Find yourself, get your adjustment. Make sure your knee is aligned with your ankle. So you're never going over because you're straining the knee. You want it to be perfectly upright. You need to hold onto your chair. And what we're going to do from here is try to straighten this leg. So don't worry where you are. If you can only get to about there, that's fine. Take it as far as you can. Hold on to your chair for stability. Don't lean one way or the other. You're straight. Engage your core a little bit so that when you bend from your belly, not from your spine. So you don't want to be like this. We'll come up and sink into it with your belly. And this is going to stretch out your calf muscles. This is going to re-elongate and get the air back into the back of your tendons. Remember, if you're here, that's absolutely fine. Wherever your tightness is, you don't push past it. You just want to be on the edge of it so that when you breathe, you can put your healing energy into it. This is where I am, but I've been doing it 12 years. 12 years is a long time. Remember to keep an eye on that knee. And if you're ready to come all the way down, you can do. And we're just going to go straight into the other side. Leg out, just to stretch it out a bit first, keep it warm. And to the middle. Hopefully you'll be able to see okay. Here, you're going to straighten the leg. I'm holding on. And just do your best. So if you're only about there, that's okay. Got some tightness you need to push through. Find where you are and work with that space. Hips are facing forward. And bend into it. Now these are the sort of postures I prefer to teach in person. I know I can't reach everybody in person, so I'm doing what I can. It's hard for me not to go deeper because I know where my body can go. So you're just here. Hold on to your chair. Use that to find your center of gravity. Don't force yourself. You'll feel this working no matter where you are. And push your oxygen. So when you inhale, push your exhale into that tight space. You don't want to be moving your body all the way back to do this. You want to be as upright as you can be here. Don't strain your shoulder, don't put too much, don't cause any pain anywhere else. Find where it can be gentle for you, because that's really when the magic is going to happen. That's it. Come forward. Clicks are okay. And now just come back. And come back into your child's pose. Well done. I know how much that was. I know the deepness of that stretch. Well done. That was step 2, and you did very, very well. Well done. I think you did very, very well. I know these postures can be a bit challenging, but the opening up and the freedom of movement that we get as a result, it's just worth it. It's worth it. Absolutely. I'm going to take this away because it's no longer needed. Now you're going to be using the strength of your arms. There you go. Right. So now you come back into a tabletop position. Now, this is to continue working with your center of gravity. So that your core, you're engaging it, you're understanding where it is and how to be with it. Okay. The first thing you want to do, tuck your toes and straighten your legs. Now, don't collapse in. Hold yourself up. Make adjustments if you need to, so that your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders. And I need you to point your heels to the opposite side of the room. Always walk them out a little if you need to, but this is where you need to stay. You're focusing on your core. Your plank is what's going to do it. And when you felt warm up, take your leg and bring it back between your hands again. open yourself up so that you're around it. If you're into it and you're falling into your leg a little, that's all right for now, but you don't want that to be a habit. This back leg is straight, and just take a little rock. Bounce into it if you need to. You'll feel it really opening up now. And this is it. This is where we're going to stay. If you need to put your knuckles down so that your arms are elongated, that's also fine. But just find it. Find your center of gravity. I'm going to get you to stay here. 5 more seconds. 2, 1, and then release that back knee. Put your palms down, you're nice and flat. Bring your knee in. And take a quick child's pose. Not too long, because we'll get too relaxed. Back to the center. Tuck your toes and straighten your legs out. And you can move your hands forward. Find your plank and engage your center. Right there. Point those heels towards the back of the room. Everything is pulling away from each other. So find your core. You're not falling in. You're stronger than gravity. You do it every day. And then from here, bring that leg up. Now, if you have to walk it to get there for a little bit, that's also fine. If you need to take a couple of steps and help your leg get there, do that. Absolutely do that. Okay. So if you're falling into your leg a bit, that's okay, but don't make it a habit. The goal is to come up off your leg. So you're using your tummy. I'm just going to stay there. Straighten out that back leg. Point the heel towards the back of the room. Feel that stretch. I know you feel it because I feel it. That's it. And bring your knee down. And come back into your child's pose. I could actually stay in that all day, and I know I'm not the only one. So there you go, there's your 3. How to do your lunge and how to support yourself if you're not ready with your center of gravity just yet, but you're building up to it. Step 2 is how to stretch out and elongate the tendons on the back of your knees. It'll also give you strength to hold yourself. If you have very, very tight hamstrings and you have a lot of tightness in your knees, then going straight into these is just going to cause you more pain. You need a little slow and steady, and that's what wins the race. I'm just going to close out the practice now. Bring your arms up to the sky, elongate your spine, have a wiggle if you need to, and bring all that lovely, healing, strong energy over you. Namaste.